Hi, welcome to our Muck-bong. Today we're eating, greens, chicken, barbecue, macaroni, and some fish, and some type of spaghetti or something. Anyway, my son cooked while we're listening to my blog talk radio, and it's called Famous People in the Family, the Superstars.
We also had some in our. So,
Thank you, God, for this food. Amen.
we're going to start off with a little music about some of the superstars in our family. There are a lot of rappers and musicians and poets, and you name it, and we have it. So, I was looking at something on YouTube about, I think it was a documentary, a documentary on YouTube about Tip Harris. Now, when I was growing up, my uncle used to tell me about the Harris family, because part of our family was also Harris. In fact, my grandfather had a sister named, I used to call her Aunt Exeline. Aunt Exeline married Mary Harris, we're talking about a century ago. And most of them lived in Nashville, Tennessee. She had
It wasn't Nashville, it was Memphis.
5 boys and 5 girls. So, among those was G.I.'s relatives and mine. So that's how long ago we're talking here. Anyway, everybody knows Tip Harris. Who doesn't know it? Anyway, the documentary was called, let's see, what was it called?
This is so good.
Beyond the Trail by B.I.
My son can really cook.
Now, B.I. was very hilarious on the. I mean, you should really click on, go to YouTube and look at it. I mean, it's pretty good, because I studied how to do documentaries too, so I know what that is like, and it's not easy to do documentary. It really is. So when I saw his, I said, this is not so bad at all. Really, this is not bad at all. And for those of you, you know who T.I. is, so Tip Harris is. I've never really met him, but like I say, my uncle kept telling me about him. Even when he first started becoming, out there, he would tell me about him. But I really, at that time, I don't think I didn't have my show, Ora's Rap, Rhyme, and Arithmetic at CAN-TV. I didn't have it then. So it wasn't really, I didn't think it was a big deal. But as time went on, it became a big deal. Now, it's good to do a little family research. You don't always need the television guy that's usually on Channel 20 or here in Chicago, or you're knowing your roots. You don't always need him or ancestry. Sometimes you can just talk to the elders in your family and they'll tell you things,
Right.
interesting things. But he's not the only.
He was our historian.
Star. He's one of them, but not the only one. Abe is the other one. He's a rapper too. Of course, he's family. My youngest daughter's children. He's their father. And he tried for years, I think he said he would rather be a promoter than a rapper. But when he was real young, in his early 20s, he used to actually do raps, on my television show, along with his stepbrothers, family. I think they call it the family something or the other. Anyway, they have an organization too that deals with creativity and rap. And I was there when they first got started, and I kind of understand what they went through. He went through an awful lot. I mean, he would work almost like 10 hours in a day or more, writing music, performing music, and then when he became a performer, he knows how to build a studio from scratch, and he builds studios, music studios, and you have young guys coming in there doing their music and stuff. He puts it together for them. And so he's been really working hard for over a decade now or more, here in Chicago. That's Abe, A-B-E. I'm grandmama to his kids. And, my summer is for him too. And he's so talented. He's so talented. A lot of his music, I told him, I said, you should try, just sell it to some of these motion pictures because they could definitely use it, But he said, unless they got $100,000 for some of his music, he's not interested in selling it to them. But he does, like I said, he helps promote other, rappers that are up and coming. And a lot of the young guys that don't have any type of help at all. Well, that's what we used to do on the Aura show. We used to help young people through rap, music, businesses, dance, whatever. And that's how a lot of people heard about me, because I was hosting the show. We started the show through our nonprofit, which was Samir, which believes in healing through the arts. So if they were talented and they had, issues and had bad experiences, they could still come on the show and exhibit their talent and their singing, rapping, writing, comedy, dance. We had a lot of poetry too. And my daughter is the other superstar in poetry.
Oh, you can't see my plate, but we'll get a better camera.
In poetry, she got her own. It's called Oluwa Imago Butterfly Noise. That's done by her. And I have a book, if you want to read, it's for the Ebony Princess. And it has a little history in it, Yoruba history, because I was more in tune with the Yorubas. I learned all about the Yorubas when I was like 18 years old, coming out of high school into college. And I met my first husband, who was a Yoruba, Dr. Shirley Ajayi, while I was at University of Illinois. And we got married, we had a child. And then, we got divorced because my mom, she couldn't deal with me going to Nigeria or whatever. So, I have up to 2 other children. But it's still mainly from Africa, except for the last one. She's from here. So I have 3. Anyway, that was interesting to me because my father-in-law of first husband was a chief Amos Ajayi, and he was also a right-hand chief. So he was like vice president or whatever of Nigeria back in that era. So I know a little bit of Yoruba history. But, it just keeps me going to know that I have accomplished things in this life. Going to school, it wasn't easy back then. People have it so. You think Donald Trump is so much trouble? No, not really. In comparison to the people that we met up against, I mean, we were going to school around the time, that's how old I am, we were going to school around the time of Martin Luther King, the time when he was assassinated, So we understand exactly what they're going through. It's like a repeat or something, except there was no Martin Luther King because he had been assassinated. But we still got into the schools and universities. I mean, they wouldn't even let us in. So when we got in, we were happy to be there. And we studied, at least I did, and got my degree. I was supposed to get 2 master's degrees, but I just got one. Even though I paid for the second one. I didn't get it because of racism. I decided I wanted to be a librarian because just being an education was really not fulfilling for me. You know, I love books so much. Like I say, I have a book, Aura, The Ebony Princess, at Amazon.com.
Writing.
I wrote it through
movies.
A ministry, a prison ministry,
Get myself
King's
dirty.
Gone Wrong ministry. A young man wrote it. And it's got poetry in it, you know, because poetry helps you heal. It really does. And it has a lot of poetry. Healing from bad experiences. It also talks about my extrasensory perception. Of course, everybody has it, but they don't use it, you know. That's the way it is.
Yeah, if you listen to
it's
one
like
of my
we all have a voice
other videos,
speak
which
out
I will
against
put
things, but we all don't. So that's the way that
like
is.
a part of the body that they should use.
Some of us are better at it than other people, you know. Some of us just let things occur and don't say anything. And that's what I'm talking about, young people. I have did workshops with so many young people, especially teenagers, and it's like they're in another world. They just don't understand that sometimes they're being physically abused, you know, and they don't know it and molested. And they think that's the way love is. No, that's not love, you know. So I get into a lot of conversations and discussions about that. But some people just don't understand. They don't understand that.
When I get my teeth fixed.
So, you know, you don't worry about it. You just say, well,
I don't know, it's going to cost me $5,000 to get my teeth fixed.
In terms of some things you just can't deal with it right there. You have to wait. Wait until the person becomes aware of what's going on.
Right.
And sometimes it takes a lot. It takes a lot for the person to become aware. It's like you're talking to them and they don't hear you. You know, they peer group pressure.
They don't want to hear.
And I hate peer group pressure. But you have to kind of deal with it. So it happens. But you don't give up. You keep talking. And anyway, at Samir, we believe that it wasn't the person's fault. And they did the best they could. They survived. You survived that you're walking around, you're okay. But some people don't.
That's right.
So
you're blessed.
That's what I'm saying. Some people don't. Unfortunately. I went to therapy for like 2 years. And some people don't even go to therapy. They think, oh, they're okay. But they're not.
They're not.
Like in the classroom when I used to teach school, there was always one person.
Not okay.
That would act up. And act up. And act up. Continuously. And so when I started talking to a lot of them, I found out a lot of them they finally confided in me and they had been molested. But something had occurred in their life. You know, something had occurred. And it wasn't good either. What occurred. So, being a superstar depends on your ability to foresee the future. But people say, oh, no, that's not true, but it is true. Okay. So we're going to take a little break here, play a little music, and it's by A. Shake It Baby. We'll be right back.
You know, some people wait to see me eat beef or pork, especially pork. It's like I have hypertension. Too much salt.
Oh, that's not it. Anyway, that was a nice little song. That wasn't the one I wanted to play. One second.
I'm not talking, I'm listening. For a long time since I heard this. Okay. It sounds like that because I play it so much. One day I'll play it, the original, called Shake It Baby by Abe Loggins. I like what it says. Get your thick female out on the block. Now some of us telling you. I have not been thick all my life. Like I didn't get thick till I had kids.
Okay, go back. That was Dave with Shaky Baby. That used to be my theme song. You know, I work with young people, so I don't want to hear it. Don't email me talking about music. That's music. That's rap. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Now, I hope to do some more information, some more research too on tip areas, because I think it's
Get it off the phone.
it's vital that you know who's in your family. I mean, there are a lot of connections in our family. In Africa, we have billionaires that's even connected to our family, you know. So it's important to know, to do a little research on your own family and find out, you know, who's in your family and how you're connected in some way. So that's important. I'm just saying you should do a little research and find the superstars in your family. To me, everybody's a superstar in the family. But we're talking about people that the public look up to, too, okay? We're not just talking about family members that love each other. Because love is super powerful, too, you know, in all its forms. But we're talking about people that the public, that work in the public in some way, work for a music company in some way, a poetry company or a book company or a TV station, you know, or something like that, or a radio station. We're talking about these people right now, or that own their own radio station, their own restaurants, their own publication, magazines, etc. You know. And then one person is Chief Dele Momodu.
I'm almost through.
He's Dr. Dele Ajayi's younger brother. He's the billionaire over there in Nigeria or Ghana somewhere. He owns all that stuff. You know, and I had to even explain to some kids that billionaire does not mean that you can go and spend $1 million.
Right.
That's not always the case. Some of that money is what you call frozen assets. And you can have $1 billion worth of frozen assets, but your liquid assets are slower. So, I mean, that's why some people are always taking out loans and stuff like that. They pay them back because they have, you know, enough other money situated so that they can pay it back. But if you study, I mean, people should take courses in business, really, business math, especially if you want to be in show business, especially in music. You should know things like that. You know, you should understand what your contract is. You should read the fine print. You should know how to read, in fact. You know, that's the teacher in me coming out. But if you don't, you know, and you let someone else do the reading of the contract that you're giving as a professional, then you might find yourself in serious trouble. You know, they say, oh, yeah, that person works for my music company. Yeah, and they only get 35 or 40% of what they make. To me, that's crazy. Either it's 50-50 or 60-40. Because, I mean, even though the other company might be, even though the music company might be paying for transportation, costumes, all this stuff, personnel, whatever, you know, but it's you're the talent, you're what's making it go. So, like I say, read the fine print. Always have a lawyer, too, if you're in show business. because I made that mistake when I first.
Some people try to get their money
had a
right
big
off the
job.
top.
I worked with in sports.
If you do
with,
a big music
and that sort of stuff.
concert,
You know, it's all
they want their little 15, 20% right off the front. They don't care nothing about, off the gross.
Week,
not off the
TV.
when you subtract your expenditures
whatever,
or your
form of
liabilities,
knowing predictions, who's gonna win or whatever. I didn't have a contract, so
yeah, I made that mistake when I worked with.
But I got paid something
with the fan.
But I enjoyed it,
fan.
and I got to meet some of the football players.
But that was my first time.
Of the TV show.
When too much I
anyway,
could do.
Nothing is perfect. I'm just saying, but if I had been given a contract, I definitely would have took it to a lawyer. I just happened to stay on the show for 6 months.
Ooh, chicken.
How you do that?
It's
I
all
don't know. I did it. Every week I was there. Every week I had all my predictions. Every week I researched it. I'm a very good researcher. And most times when I would say this and that team going, I would usually write at least, I'd say half of the time, more than half.
Saturday. Yeah, for Sunday's game.
Learn how to read first.
All the millionaires kept coming in the before you go into show business.
Learn business math. I don't care if it's in the junior college.
But they look nice in their suits back then.
You need it. You got to know what you're dealing with. You don't want to be cheated out of your money. So,
he didn't come in there. If he did, I don't remember. But he was alive then. I went to his memorial when he died from cancer at the football stadium. And I remember those jets flying over.
Okay. And
it was
I'm
powerful.
Ready to end the show. If you want to contact me, you write the Aura Show at gmail.com or the Aura Show. I'm a Bear fan,
but I also like Green Bay Packers.
Do you have any questions? And if you have any questions about T, I can't answer those yet, because I haven't really got together with him yet on anything. I haven't. But
he's a Libra, I'm a Capricorn, so we're not going to agree on everything.
Cross paths.
Hi, granddaughter.
I hope you enjoyed my discussion, and here we go.
That's the music. It's messed up. But one day I'm gonna play it for you and let you hear it. The verses in that music is something else. So I'm gonna let you go, and I enjoyed my meal. I just got a little chicken left and a little of the spaghetti with the, well, that wasn't spaghetti, with the pasta with the turkey meat in it. And the greens were, woo. I went right down everything that I ate. Because he barbecued, he was barbecuing since this afternoon. On Sunday, we like to barbecue, when the weather's nice. We have a good time over here. We do our best. We do our best. Okay, this music is really sounding weird, and I'm going to stop right here. Subscribe and hit that like button. Yo, D-Bop. See you later.